YouTube, what's up guys? Welcome back. Still got the FRS here, making this thing look beautiful, even though it's the cash FRS needs a little bit of love. What we're gonna be doing today is this car came with your OEM basic stock Scion BRZ FRS wheels. These are very common. The Prius wheels is what they're nicknamed for. They're very, very common. I mean, they came on most cars. On my GTS over here, I actually was able to source some Subaru STI wheels that are the BRZs. They look amazing. They're really expensive. Same thing with the TRD wheels. The OEM TRD wheels are really expensive. And then I think they make like Modelesta or whatever it is, those really, really rare wheels. They made those too. Again, really expensive. So most people are gonna have these floating around. They're about $100 to $200 a wheel, $400, you know, plus tires. But they're not the most aesthetic. They don't look very cool. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make them black today, gloss black. I'm gonna show you guys how. It's very inexpensive, very affordable. Here's the stuff that you're gonna need. So I use, believe it or not, I've been using this stuff right here. This glass cleaner actually works really well. I've been using it. This one, I broke the top off of it. But I've been using that. It's funny, it actually cleans it. Doesn't matter if you damage the paint or anything with this glass cleaner because we're just gonna paint over it today. You're gonna need some filler primer. You don't need too much of it, but just a little bit of it. And then I got 3 cans of wheel paint. You can use, it just depends on how you lay the paint down, but 3 should do 4 wheels. You don't need 5 or 1 per wheel. That being said, the first thing you're gonna need to do, of course, is put your car up on jack stands. Completed. We have the car up on jack stands. I've been doing some other projects. I just showed you guys how to do all those affordable mods. You guys love that video. Thanks so much. Video before this one. Now what we're gonna do is remove the other 2 front wheels, pull the lug nuts off, and pull the wheels off, and then set them up here. And then the first thing you want to do is just scrub them down. Believe it or not, this glass cleaner has been doing some good work. You can buy wheel cleaner to get that, and then once you do that, you're gonna actually scuff them up. So let's go ahead, first things first, let's clean all the wheels, get them all off and clean all the wheels. Okay, so we have them all stacked here. The bottom one's facing up so we don't curb it or scratch it. And then they're facing down. Made in Japan, pretty cool. These, again, 17 by 7. Is that real? Oh my gosh, they're so tiny. Holy smokes, these are tiny little wheels. Very lightweight. Yeah, 215, 45s, 17s. Very, very lightweight, very small. We're gonna run them for a little bit. It does help with gas mileage, which is cool. So first thing I'm gonna do is actually spray this down, and this is a pretty fun little method here. Again, you don't really need to get the inside perfect. You're gonna want it, but the reason you don't need to is because it's actually already black. And that's one of the things that we're gonna try not to get too much paint on. But we're gonna let this seep down, get all this. This is fun. This is this little glass cleaner here. You can use wheel cleaner. Use wheel cleaner, I recommend it. But as this sits in here and runs down with the rest of them, it'll get all that junk down there, and then we can wash them off. Okay, number 1 wheel is clean. Let's let this dry. We'll move on and continue to do this one, and then I'll show you guys the note card method of how not to get paint on the wheels. Let's clean this next one, and then I'll show you guys the note card. Okay, so with your paint, swing by a dollar store or somewhere that has note cards. I'd go for a dollar store. Here's your note cards. This is pretty fun. All you do is come in here and you put it in this little, these wedges like this, and line it up like that. And you should get, you know, 1 pack, in my opinion, will do it all. You don't need too many. And then if you want, you can even pull them off and recycle them and use them again, so you don't have to buy too many. But 1 pack of note cards should be enough for you to go around all 4 wheels. What you're doing right here, and the reason you're doing this, is so that when you're spraying, the overspray of the primer and the overspray of the actual paint of the wheels doesn't get on the wheels. Okay, I've cleaned all 4 wheels. Pretty labor intensive to actually do a good job with those. Make sure you do a good job with them. Mask, or put the note cards around. It's the same thing as masking off the tires. One of the things I do want to keep in mind, have a wheel cap or tape off the wheels. This only has a wheel cap on this one, so I'm gonna go get some more caps. I need 3 more. I'll go put them on real quick. And then we're gonna start with the primer, and I'm gonna show you guys how light of a primer I actually do with these. Due to the wheel actually being pretty fair condition across all of them, pretty good condition across all of them. Automotive primer, filler and primer. This is good stuff. It does give it a really nice, smooth look. Rust-Oleum is very common here in the United States. It's a lower end brand. It's cheap. It's good. Not lower quality, but just lower. It's really affordable. So shake it up, and then what you're gonna do is come over, we're gonna start with the right, and then work our way to the left. So here we go. Nice, easy. And I like to go just like inwards like this. So like that. And we're not doing too much. We don't need too much, just a nice, even coat. So I'm gonna go across. I don't wanna get any of the overspray on the camera lens, so I'll go across and do the whole thing now. Okay, I sometimes always just wanna leave these primer. They look so cool. I wanna say I've done this a lot of times. Sometimes I buy like 3 of these and I wanna use them all. I don't recommend doing that. I've learned if you spray too much of this stuff, it actually will run, and it's just to give something for the paint to hold on to instead of having that slick surface. You can actually scuff it up a little bit. I've learned that I don't really need to, and it lasts just as long. So I use this, and I want to show you kind of what I'm trying to get. That's not what I'm trying to get. You can still see the chrome. See that right there? I don't want that. That needs to have more paint on there. I just want it to be like this. Like that was black, you know, that looks pretty good there. This definitely looks good. So just make sure that you're getting just enough, but not too much. You might get a run, and you don't want it to be uneven, because this stuff is filler and primer. So literally it fills surface impressions, and it's a high build formula. So just keep that in mind, that you don't want it to like offset the wheel or too much of this stuff. But when you do get it on there perfectly like this, it makes a nice look and a really, really nice long lasting for that wheel paint over there. Okay, we've now been out here for, I don't know, an hour. And that's good right there. That is a good looking coat. Let's let this sit for about 20 to 30 minutes and let it cure and get hard. That's funny. Before we put the first layer of wheel paint. I want to say this, as we did all this, one of the things that I want you to be aware of when you do this, the overspray underneath the back of the wheel right here, where that is, will now be gray. So you're going to need a little bit of extra paint to do that. Keep that in mind. Don't forget to also do the center caps, unless you want to keep the Scion or the Toyota badge or whatever. I'm going to do all black on mine. I'm going to get TRD badges here soon. But this looks good right here. I like this a lot. Let's go ahead and let this dry 20-30 minutes. We'll come back and we'll do the nice, even first coat, just a really light coat of the VHD gloss black wheel paint. Okay, so it's been some time, about 20 minutes. The first thing we're going to do is just a light coat. Shake it for a long time. Choose your color, your wheel color of your choice. Gloss black has always been my favorite. I do have, I've had quite a few matte colors. Matte's okay. Dirt seems to get to it real quick. Gloss seems to stay clean for a long time. Especially if you clear coat these after you do this, it seems to do a really good job. So let's go ahead and apply a light first coat, and I'm show you guys just pretty much how simple and light I do it. So just really light. This isn't coming out too evenly. See how it's kind of, there we go, now it's going. Nice and light like that. Okay, now let's go. I mean, that doesn't even look like, I mean, you can see I kind of did it, but it doesn't even look like all the areas. It's exactly what you want. Really easy on the first one. I'm gonna go all the way around, all 4. Okay, hop over. Nice, easy, light. You're not trying to make it look all black. You're just doing it light, just really easy and light. All right, final last one here. Coat number 1, right? Okay. Just like that, and then just let it sit for a while, and then that is what the look you want. Don't forget to do your first little fun coat right here on these little guys. Just like that, super simple. Okay, we are ready for round 2. So let's go a little bit heavier on this one. This is the one that you're gonna probably use a full can on. I like to do them all at the same time. I learned that if I do one at a time, I seem to not get the same results. If I do all 4 at the same time, they all look exactly the same. Do the same. We're probably gonna use this whole can on this whole go around. Be a little bit heavy on this one. This one you're gonna get majority of it all coated. Okay, like I said, 1 can down, empty, gone, throw it away. We're gonna let this sit again. So this is coat 2. Majority of it's covered, but not all of it. You guys can see I need to go around again. That's why I got 3 cans. I'll probably use 2 full solid can and portion of that next one, and that last portion will be when I turn the wheel up and get the inside before we call it a day. Okay, 2 cans down. I got 1 left. They look pretty complete. They might look complete to you, but they're not. You have to go over 1 more time or even 2 more times and make sure you get all the spots. Here's a good example. This looks good, but watch. That's not done right there. So it's on these with the black, and after you primer them, you make sure, you know, you got to be diligent with it and make sure you get all the spots. You'll want to hit like the easy spots, the middles, and the very visible spots most, but you got to get the little side of the spokes. We'll use probably a quarter, maybe a little less of that last can, and then we'll turn them on their sides and roll them on the inside and get the inside of them. Okay, I went over one last time. I think I got majority of all the spots. I think I did a pretty good job. I will double check it one more time. We're gonna let these sit for about an hour, and then I'm gonna grab them by the tire and turn them up, and then spray the inside of them and make sure I got all that so it looks gloss black, and then we're done. We're gonna let that sit. Once that's done, I'm actually gonna let it sit probably for 24 hours. I'm gonna actually leave my FRS right here. I'm gonna bring them inside. Again, I didn't mention this. I don't recommend doing this inside. It's a lot of paint, and you're gonna get it on you. Do it away from everything. Try to get away from your car. I think I'm 10 feet away from my car. That's fine. But yeah, it's a lot of paint. Blech. I don't recommend doing this every day unless you got a mask. But that being said, that looks really, really good. I love the way that it turned out. I can't wait to remove the cards and then put them on the actual car. It'll look amazing when they're out on the actual car. I will be doing some wheel spacers on the next video, so stay tuned for that. But let's let these dry, and then we'll get the cinematic intro and the after part. Since I know you guys all watched my previous videos, yes, thank you. Those affordable mods complete. That intake is insane. Looks so good. We are going to now put the wheels on. We are completely done with them, and they're time to reinstall. I did get some new lug nuts. I definitely recommend getting some paint match. Let me open these real quick. Lug nuts that are aesthetic. Don't get the spike ones. People get spike. Don't do that. These are some circuit performance. Look how cool these look. So they're pretty cool here. We will be doing some wheel spacers here soon. This has a cool little key. Let's go ahead and grab the wheels. They're black. They are open-ended. What does that mean? It means is that you will be able to see this right here. So I'm actually gonna, I think I'm gonna paint the stud real quick, but I'll show you what we're gonna do on next video when we install some wheel spacers. I'm gonna show you guys how to do that and explain them. That'll be the next video after this, but let's just put the wheels on. Oh, it looks like a funny truck right now. Just wait till it's on the ground. It'll look so much better. Look at those, I love the little lug nuts that we went through. I think those are pretty cool. Those are really cool. They're cool in person. This looks good. I like this a lot. I think it looks nice for the FRS. Now keep in mind, I'm gonna show you guys how to do wheel spacers next. They're gonna look amazing. Look at that. Okay, let's lower the car. I already put the center caps in. They look really, really good. And then of course I gotta put a little bit of tire shine to make them look awesome. Let's lower the car. Okay, we've done it. We've finished. Look at it. That looks so good. So we did all black. Look at that. I like that, all blacked out. I think it makes the car look a lot more modern. Of course, it's me. It fits into my cars. I had to do the black. Now, I think that for the price of this, to get these looking like this, I think it looks a lot better. And now a lot of people do the plasti. The plasti dip comes off like immediately. I've plasti dip stuff in the past. It'll last like, I don't know, maybe like a year, maybe like 6 months, and then the brake dust gets stuck in it, and then you have to peel it off, or it just comes off by itself. This paint will should last permanently. You still need to let it cure. So it's been cured for 24 hours. I would let it cure like probably for 48 hours before you actually handle it, even though the can says you can do it in 1 hour. Definitely wait a long time. But it did actually come out with a nice shine here. Do you guys see the shine? Do more coats than less coats. I would recommend, I got 3 cans. Last time I thought I did 4, and I was like, oh, I got too much. But I think I actually got 4 and I needed 1 more. So definitely go for 4 or 5 cans if you're wanting to do the inside as well. On my inside, I should have done 1 more coat on the inside. You guys can't tell, but on the inside, it should have been a little bit darker. But overall, I think that looks really, really good. I don't know, what do you guys think? For the Cash FRS, this thing is looking good. I did want to show you guys, again, MitchDore.com. If you guys haven't seen that video, look how big of a difference the LED from my website makes. This is insane. It's so much cleaner and more modern. Also, I detailed it. but it looks so good. I can't wait to do black everything in here and get a new steering wheel. I'm just missing that airbag module circuit that goes right there in that little middle spot. Once I get that back, I will have no lights. I think the tire pressure lights, I haven't measured the tires yet, but I might need to get new tire pressure sensors. I think that this looks really good. I really like these lug nuts. I definitely recommend those. Those actually turned out really good. The tires are mismatched. One says Raptor. What the heck is that? And I think these are Continentals. All seasons. What are these ones? I don't even know what these are. Are they Continental? No, it says Confidence. I don't know what those are. I have no idea what all these tires are. Still need a new fender and a clutch. But other than that, I mean, the car's really, really coming together. I think it's cool. It fits right into my color palette. It looks good. Again, give me your opinions on these taillights. Are you for them? Are you against them? And believe it or not, I might try a different exhaust. I like the exhaust, but I might try one more different. Nothing looks as good as this. Look how old this thing is. Oh my gosh. The old brother looks better. Older one. We will be getting the Evo back soon. Probably like 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. The Tundra's all done. Tundra's perfect. Tundra's all done. And then the MRS is just a piece of crap right now. And it needs a new OEM wire harness. I'm gonna put one in, and then it needs a tune. But yeah, we'll get that one going. I really want to take the MRS and do like circuit with it. So that's my goal, do circuit with it. I might need to do oil pan, but I want to do circuit with the MRS. And then this daily driver, instead of that, Evo, some big power, and then CELICA, the drag car. I want to make CELICA like the street / drag car, run quarter miles. Make sure to like, subscribe. I hope this is helpful. I think this turned out really good. These are beautiful, very simple. You can do this. If you need help or have questions, comment down below. Make sure you do the primer. That's a really big deal. It'll make it last longer. And then other than that, make sure to like, subscribe, swing by MitchUBishI.com. See you guys on the next video.